Welcome to Show 12, boys. How we doing?
Good.
Good. Today we got us a special guest. We got Nick Allen, local comedian.
What's up, gentlemen?
On the radio here at Todd and Tyler. We got Rich is here, Steve is here, and Rob is here with us today. I have been told that I did not, for the people on Spotify, I'm not saying who all is here. What?
Just a little echo.
Oh, thanks.
Sorry.
We'll try to get it. So anyway, welcome to the Show 12. We got a new sponsor for today, the Oakland Meat Processing. They are sponsoring us for this episode. We'd like to say thank you to them and Jay Marquis, one of our friends here.
Good looking out, Jay.
He runs Memoir downtown, real nice restaurant. They at night they like turn the lights down and it's like 1900s gangster. It's really cool. But he brought us a bottle of High West from Memoir. It's got their logo on it and stuff like that. It's not really something you can't just go buy a bottle, but they got a huge barrel of it, and you got a crazy amount of bottles.
Is that a new restaurant?
Yeah,
my sister just ate there. She was raving about it for days.
It's supposed to be fantastic. I haven't. I'm a bad friend, but I just haven't made it down there yet. But he comes here a lot and sits out with us. And
nice.
He was like, "You guys got to try this whiskey." So he's the whiskey sponsor.
Yeah,
buddy. He's the whiskey sponsor for the day. So that's.
Thanks, Jay.
Yes.
You know, Steve's going to shout that out.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. Thanks, Memoir. Yeah, thanks, Nick, again for coming.
Yeah, you guys are fucking crazy. I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't expecting dudes just fucking hitting dabs and drinking old fashions at 10:30 in the morning. And this is a nice neighborhood too. I had no idea. Like all these people are at work, and you guys are just in the basement getting fucked up before 11 a.m.
There's hidden gems.
Right. Do you have jobs? What's going on here?
We do.
You said you worked the graveyard shift.
Only behind closed doors.
Yeah, he'll go home and go to bed after this.
Yes, I will.
He'll go hang out around the house for the rest of the day. And him and I'll sit here and edit for the rest of the day. And
we work the rest of the week.
Yeah, this is just happens to be his day off, and I drive.
Okay.
I drive during when I'm not here, and
not today. All right, good.
Never Wednesdays. Feel free to smooth through.
I love it. You guys are fucking getting after it on Wednesday morning.
There's no other day that really works. I got kids in baseball on the weekends, and
good for you guys.
So this is our I don't know, our therapy. This is how we
Wednesday mornings is our Friday night.
Yeah.
Nice.
We come here and hang out and just bitch about everything and our kids and try to work through what worked for you and isn't working for me, and
that's healthy.
And half the time you get sidetracked on crazy shit.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah.
Tossing some wild ass news stories and just
that's after about the third glass too, you know. Hey,
right.
It gets open.
It's coming quick.
Well, it's Wednesday morning. What else are you gonna do?
Right. And I'm the one who has to get up to go to work later.
Yeah. Occasionally we'll sit out here and make fun of the golfers. And
one of these days we should golf after a show and see how good. At least a couple holes back.
That could be interesting.
It would definitely be interesting.
It'd be a shit show.
That's why I want to see it.
You were giving a shot, I think. Yeah, just even these 2 holes right here.
No, listen, I like golfing. I'm just saying it would be a shit show.
Anybody falls out, we can see from the deck where they're at.
Right. Steve can't golf anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's been.
You can drive the cart. You can drive.
I'll drive the cart. Yeah,
not so DD.
Why can't you golf?
I had a stroke last year. And
oh shit!
I did severed an artery in my neck, so
oh damn!
I can't swing.
Can you still jerk off?
No problem.
That's good.
Yep, no problem.
No motion in the neck on that one.
That's good. Yeah, right.
That's the other neck
until he starts going.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. So I don't really have anything, just a couple questions, and other than that, we're just free kicking stuff around here. I did have one person that asked the best way to get into like a comedy as far as like an open mic or something. Is there any of that around here?
Oh yeah, there's a lot more now than there was when I started.
Okay.
When I started out, in like what was it, fucking 2006, there was one open mic.
Oh
It was Duffy's in Lincoln, Nebraska on Monday nights. So you guys are getting together on Wednesday morning. Like we were fucking getting home 2, 3 a.m. from Duffy's on a Monday night. And now if somebody's interested in it, there's a Omaha comedy scene Facebook page that I think pinned is like all the open mics or whatever.
Sweet.
So you go check that out. See the backlines. I know the backline downtown there's a lot more like inclusive local comedy things going on now. Yeah, if they want to do it, fucking I'd go check out an open mic. And a lot of times open mics, like there'll be some funny people and there'll be some people you'll see get up and be like, well, if they're up there, I can fucking do that.
So was there a point like first of all, what got you to get up on stage?
A friend of mine, really, we went to you guys all Millard South, dude. You guys know Ben Zinn?
Okay,
Ben Zinn was a good friend of mine, and I'm a fucking idiot. It's like we'd had a public access show that we did for a while that was kind of like a mix between like Letterman and Saturday Night Live, where I would get up, I was pretending to be David Letterman, where I would do monologue jokes and shit. We'd had this show, and it wasn't until after we did this that I remember hanging out at the ranch pool one day. I cracked an Ace Frehley joke about some dude that walked by, and Ben, he's like, "You ever thought about doing stand-up?" I'm like, "Well, I am now." How did I not? I was fucking writing jokes that I did. It was right in front of my fucking face. And as soon as he said that, I was like, all right, I'm going to give it a shot. And then I there was a local comedy show I went to, and those dudes were funny, cool. And then just went to something at the Funny Bone just to see kind of what the local people were up to. And then there was a club downtown at the time called Buffoons where they were supposed to have an open mic night. And, Wednesdays. Like today, they did it at night. It wasn't at fucking 11 a.m. like you lunatics.
You guys fucked up on Wednesday. Yeah. It was a Wednesday.
Yeah. But they were supposed to have an open mic, and I went there on a Wednesday, met this dude, Brandon Reynolds, our first local comic ever met, and like nobody showed up. And then I went the next Wednesday, and nobody showed up. My buddy Haas and I'm like, Haas, come with me. We're gonna fucking give this a shot. So we did that 2 weeks in a row. Nobody showed up. So the third week, I just invited some friends. And they were like, I don't know, 8 people. It was all people I knew. It was like 8 people. I got up and fucking did it. I'm like, all right, that's like, this is what I like. I guess I'll just keep doing this.
Okay.
Here we are.
Yeah.
That's scratching on the surface right there. Just, hey, if it's a crowd of 8, you got to do what you got to do.
Right.
It's different getting in front of, standing up in front of 8 friends, right? That's,
Yeah, it's definitely not something I would do now. But at the time, I wanted to get up on stage and just I'd written, 5 minutes or whatever. And wanted to see how it felt, and it felt like you're just standing there and you're like, all right, I could see doing this.
My first
felt comfortable.
My first time or two here, it was really hard to hit the record button at first, but after it was going, it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
So really, I hadn't had any nerves for any of the shows. I had it last night though, like psyched myself out for this show. It was. We got an actual comedian.
For this? Oh, shit.
I was like, I just got these jokers here. We got an actual comedian coming.
Text messages. He was like a little kid, opening a present. I'm fucking excited, man. I'm like, okay, yeah, right. Let's have fun, baby.
All right. Well, hopefully I'll just disappoint you guys here real soon.
Hopefully it fucking sucks.
People ask that about stand-up. They're like, do you still get nervous? And I don't remember who I saw that quote from, but somebody's like, if there's not some level of nervousness, it's almost like you don't care.
Yeah,
like if you're doing something that there kind of should be some nerves behind, right? Yeah. So, you should be. I'm sure fucking athletes feel that or whatnot. That this isn't anything athletic, but if you're doing something where there's any stakes, if you give a fuck, there's some nerves there.
Yeah, and I don't lose anything if it fails, but I don't win. You know what I mean? But I was more like, this guy could be a lot of fun and could be a repeat guest, and you know what I mean. It was all nerves for me. You know what I mean. Wanted to be fun and impressive, and we're cooking.
Well, you guys have quite the fucking spread here.
Yep. Oh, it's We don't have a boss to tell us what to do.
Right.
To do in the show.
That's the best.
Yeah. Don't let him lie. He's the boss.
Yeah, right.
Before anybody comes in, he's bitching at us. Do this. Leave the mic alone. Stop there. Unplug your phone. Goddamn.
Yeah.
But you said something about you wrote some stuff down when you started. I mean, do you do that now? Now that you know what I'm saying, you kind of getting into your craft a lot better.
Not now. Like I used to, like when I started, like that first set I did, I knew word for word what I was going to say.
Okay.
And now I'll get up, but I've got some jokes or whatever. I'll just see what happens.
You see what works.
Josh Blue, you guys have him up on the wall here.
Yeah.
He helped me with that because he came up on Todd and Tyler one day, and like Josh is always. I told him that he always kind of blew my mind because he gets high as fuck and he writes nothing down. He just gets on stage and it's always crazy to me. And I told him at the time I would never reference it, but I would always have a set list in my pocket with 45 minutes of jokes that I could go to if I forgot anything. And I was like, I always have that there just in case I forget it. And he's like, well, that's why it's not working out for you. And I'm like, what? And like, Tyler was like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, if it was going well, you wouldn't be sitting here. If things were going great, I love Tyler, but if shows were going better, my alarm wouldn't be going off at 5 in the fucking morning.
True story.
Yeah, so ever since then, I just I know.
So you just wing it,
now I'll just take it. Yeah, no set list, and it's helped. Yeah. It's more fun because it's just kind of treat it like authentic. Yeah, it's more natural. Yep. Yeah, they're like, oh, I'm going to do this and this and this. It's like you're like having a conversation with somebody that's not talking back to you. They're just laughing.
It just feels canned.
Right.
Yeah, and I write down a couple notes, but it's just to keep me on track. After you get to the second glass of whiskey, you're like, what was I talking about? Yeah. Everybody gets that long drawn out,
as I've done on every show.
Rich is the best one at bringing it back though when we're on.
I try, man.
Well, I think it's just like hanging out with your friends. Like if you guys are going to get together, you're not going to go in and be like, oh, we're going to talk about this and this and this. And like,
bullshit.
Yeah, you're just going to fucking see what happens.
Yeah, I know. I usually try to give us a talking point or two.
Yeah.
Try to, I have a kid still ranging in a huge, range here from 1 to 14. So I'm, asking these guys about ideas.
He did get his vasectomy, though.
I did get my vasectomy.
Yeah, just in time.
Yeah.
I think it's now.
Well, I was going to get it a year and a half ago, and the wife's like, I actually was at the doctor's office, and the wife had called, and she's like, I don't know, I think we want to try for this daughter. And I was like, all right.
How do you tell the doctor no after you're already there?
Did you end up doing it or no?
No, I went. Well, I did now.
You did?
After
she's gonna have
she
you
got
reversible.
pregnant with.
No.
Oh, it's reversible?
No, it's not reversible. I mean, it's reversible, but it's not reversible.
They say it is, but
I don't know you want to go through that, but hey,
hard.
That ass.
Yeah, no, I have 4 sons. I wanted a daughter. That's what we tried for there on the last one, and got another son. So now I just got 4 fucking huge boys, and my 14-year-old
half a football team,
6'4", 285 pounds.
Holy shit!
Yeah, my almost 1-year-old's like 35 pounds. So it's ridiculous.
Wow,
they are big boys.
Yeah, we are big dude.
That
makes sense.
But it's I don't know. When I go to the store and buy milk, I buy 6 to 9 gallons at a time.
I
seen your wife posted something the other day. She's like, "We're down to like 5 gallons of milk. It's looking bare in this fridge." I was like, "Holy shit, we're down to 5."
We plow through at least a gallon a day.
I mean, the cashier has to think you're this fucking freaky shit, like filling up a bathtub or something, going into all this stuff.
Well, yeah, I don't buy hamburger at the store because you got to buy so much.
He buys a cow.
Yeah, just buy a cow.
Yeah. Man,
that's what we have a sponsor. He's the meat market, the meat processor in Oakland. There, I'll just go buy a half cow from him, fill the freezer, and
last 2 weeks.
Makes sense. You need a milk cow.
Be back on next paycheck.
You should start milking cows. It'll probably save you shit.
I just have to get the kids to do it. I'm not going to.
Oh, fuck.
Dude.
Waking up at 4 in the morning to go milk the cows.
Yeah, I'm not good on that.
Just make the kids do it.
I get up at 4 in the morning. Usually I'll go for a walk or something before I get ready to come here, but I'm not going to go milk the cow.
You should just have your kids do it. That way your kids can call you a slacker every morning when you wake up at like 8. You're like, "Hey, Dad, I've already fucking done it."
See, I milked the cows, Dad. What have you done?
I didn't do shit.
You bought the fucking cow.
Get to work.
Yeah.
So you got any foolproof ways of combating heckling?
No,
is it
And it's not really the heck. Like, heckling doesn't really happen a lot. Sometimes there'll be somebody that they're just talking or whatever. I don't know. I've made people cry. It's like there's no foolproof way.
Like cry just by your general message, what you're saying, or like
just
cracking on him and
getting on.
I think it was a
so
show.
You crowd work them. You crowd work them.
Yeah, and I like to talk to the crowd, and sometimes that'll reel it back. And like I'm kind of fucking. It's probably not the best thing to say in something that's broadcasted, but there's times that like I just like let's see what happens. Let's I'll ask the crowd questions, and there's sometimes where you open that up, and it's hard to kind of reel them back in. But Yeah, heck, it's. There was a lady Underwood. She wouldn't shut the fuck up, sitting right in front. So I kicked her out, and she's leaving. She's like, I own the pumpkin patch and bawling. It's like, who gives a fuck? Shut up. Just get out of here.
Pumpkins are going to
Right. Yeah.
We got apples too.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Do you find it ever helps the show, a heckler or somebody kind of talking shit?
I don't know. If they're trying to be funny, no.
No.
Or yelling out, like, you suck. Like, I know. Like,
you
people, they're like, you
pay.
can't fucking hurt me. Like, I've been punched in the dick so many fucking times doing this.
Right,
it's not
right.
like you're going to come at it from a different angle where it actually hurts this time. Like, I don't think so.
I watched a YouTube video of you doing Broken Wings.
Oh.
There was a guy in the background that was his laugh was terrible. But the bit is funny, dude. I was laughing just you commit to that thing fully and do the song, it is great.
Yeah, I think that video that's up, that's the first time I'd ever done that, where I did it for a closer for a long time, where I would just put headphones in and sing Broken Wings by Mr. Mister in its entirety. And there, you thought like people would want to heck, but you could just see people's disappointment once they realized I was going to sing the entire song. Their shoulders fall, and they're like, "Oh no, he's doing the whole fucking thing." He's like, "Can't sing." It's
They're waiting for the stopping point.
Yeah,
That don't happen.
totally.
He's got 45 minutes. He's got to kill.
Dude, it's so great.
That's a great question. What is a typical set?
Usually, if I'm doing like these bar shows on the weekends, like on Friday night, I'll be at the Old Bill Lounge in Omaha, and I'll do an hour.
Gotcha.
I usually I bring a friend to open up with 30. I'll do an hour. But it's a like average stand-up shows, like 90 minutes.
Gotcha.
That's about people's attention span for it.
Right.
That's why Billy Madison's fucking 90 minutes long. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I retired Broken Wings. At the first show I had this year, I forgot my headphones. And at the end, I'm like, oh, I could just not sing. And then I don't have to put people through it and shit.
So, as far as the wife and family, friends, were they supportive of you going into comedy? Or was it your dreams are dumb type of deal?
Oh, I don't, probably both.
Yeah.
It's really depends. Like my wife, I think she knew that I had to do it like for my sanity.
Okay.
Where there's been times like COVID was. I was lucky that I was able to go on Todd Tyler just before COVID started. But like there'll be, if I haven't had a show in a while, I just feel like it's a cathartic thing. Like I feel like it's something I
It's an outlet.
have to do. There's a lot of times I wish I didn't feel like that, and I could just fucking work at a bank or some shit. That'd be great. But
It's not how it works.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I don't know who was it. Mark Maron had a line where he said, "I don't think I'm following my dreams. I feel like they're dragging me around."
Mm.
Like, hey, you
Yeah.
can feel like that too. And there's like a lot of, I don't know, sometimes like the fucking dream. I've talked to other comics about it too. It's like just like quitting when you're like, wouldn't that be nice? Being like, what the fuck are you gonna? What's he gonna do?
Yeah.
He's talking about queefs and shit and fucking people giving money. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. My wife has kind of realized this is a therapy in a way for me to kind of go do counseling via the friends. You know what I mean?
We've got solid advice.
You go home not so upset every night.
Kind of.
You know, you're just like this. She knows you're going to go home and not.
Want to be no. I mean,
I'm just joking.
I do use some of the shit we talk about at home. I mean, as far as like when I'm pissed off, trying to find a reset and not let the anger be a thing all day. You know what I mean? So it is. I do use the show as a therapy.
It sounds. You keep saying that. It sounds like you might need a therapist. Have you sought out a professional?
Yeah. The problem is they're like, hey, here's some pills and taking me a bunch of money. I don't like, man. There was one point I was on 11 different medications.
Oh shit!
You on some good ones?
I was on a little bit of everything. You know, Seroquel, Xanax, all the. I mean, I just wanted to sleep all the time, and life sucked, and it was. And I don't take a thing now, other than painkillers for ibuprofen, my back and shit.
Yeah.
You know, I don't take. Any.
You do the
And the dabs and the booze. And
Yeah, the dabs and the do some microdosing and reset.
Occasionally, there might be a little something, but I don't like. I don't know. I tried therapy, and it was just take a bunch of these pills, and it never did anything.
yeah, I don't know, whatever works for you. Dude.
Now I drink with the buddies, and
Yeah, the best therapy you can get.
Yeah.
Peers. God knows where that
Yeah.
can go.
All you got to do is move back into town, and we can just hang out in the garage. We don't even have to do the show anymore. We can just bullshit.
Hey, you can bring the yellow bus and everything, bro.
Yeah.
Shit, you bought it for a reason. Let's use it.
You got a bus?
yeah, I got a bus.
We talked about that. Bro, he's
got-
got
he's
the
got the-
long
You got,
yellow
hey,
bus.
you got the long one, not the short one.
But it's got a wheelchair lift.
for Steve.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you had your stroke. I wanted to be able to get you up in the bus.
I appreciate you.
Yeah,
Fortunately, I made a good, recovery. But,
yeah, but we didn't know. We were worried
thanks.
you were just going to come out
You're gonna make sure I can get around.
Yeah.
Because what am I gonna do if I have a fucking stroke and end up in a wheelchair? I'm gonna roll into the bar like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Knowing you, yeah.
Faithful push you.
Right. I'm in the house, bitches.
Where were you when you had the stroke?
I was at work. Well, excuse me. So what caused the stroke is I blew my nose, and that's what tore the artery, right?
Oh, shit.
When I tore the artery,
I'm gonna think about that every time I blow my nose.
I didn't even hear this.
So here's the thing.
New
Don't
phobia
hold in your
unlocked.
sneezes. Don't hold in your sneeze. Never hold in your sneeze. That's what that creates that pressure.
Really?
So then I left work, because when the artery ruptured, I was spinning. I went home, had a few drinks. I didn't even have a few drinks. I laid down on the couch. It was the first Husker game last year. I was sitting at home watching the game. Fell asleep on the couch. Woke up to eat dinner. We stopped to grab dinner. Faith was with me. Thankfully that night. We sat down to. I leaned over to take a bite of dinner, and when I leaned over, the clot had broke loose, and I had 4 strokes. That right there.
Oh wow.
So I stood up instantly, and then I have on my right side, man. I got nothing. I can't stay. I can't fucking walk. I'm done. I don't know if you remember, if you were in town, 911 was down that night.
Oh.
So the neighbor, Faith called the neighbor. The neighbor took me to the hospital. I made it.
Man, that'd be terrifying.
That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. How old are you?
I'm 43.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm
right?
42. And I blow my nose sometimes and hold my sneezes. You're scaring the shit out of me, man.
No,
Makes you think twice about
Yeah,
that shit.
that's right.
Pass gas. Don't hold it in, he said.
Yeah.
Oh, you lived it, brother. I'm letting go.
Man, you're lucky. Has it been a lot of recovery?
So I took a couple months in physical therapy and doing the recovery. I ended up good, man.
Good, good.
Fortunate. I'm not everybody makes a recovery like I did. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I think the last time when we talked about it, I think you had told me you was like about 95% recovery. And that was right after it happened.
I feel so. Yeah, I feel. I mean, I had most of my. I had to learn how to write again. I couldn't use my arm. I couldn't use. I had to learn how to walk again. And I made it, man.
So how long did it take before you jerked off?
I'll use my left hand.
Did you? Okay, right away. Right away. On the way to the hospital.
The other hand would have been real
That'd be
strange.
weird with the neighbor
Yeah.
taking you.
It would have been real strange.
So my mom came to town to take care of me for a couple
Oh,
months.
this is
man.
getting weird.
I can't fucking.
Your mom jerked you off?
I can't. Bro, how am I gonna jerk off? My mom's in the house. Like, how the fuck does that work? That doesn't work. It's fucking horrible. It's horrible.
Now he uses a bidet.
I had that for the motorcycle accident.
Oh,
You've been through some shit.
Yeah.
you had like 4 years of bad
Yeah.
luck.
As a matter of fact, so I was on Facebook earlier. My ATV accident was 2 years ago today.
Jeez.
We rolled that ATV
You had an ATV and a motorcycle accident and a stroke?
and the stroke. I had two motorcycle accidents year after year. Then I had an ATV accident. Then I had the stroke. So I'm trying to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, good.
I'm not a cat. I don't have 9 lives,
Good.
right?
You just ride
Shit,
so
you,
far
you
now.
fooling us
Yeah,
right now.
right.
Yeah.
Shit, it sounds like 4 right there.
Can you still ride a motorcycle after the
I
stroke?
still have them.
That's smart.
Yep. But here's what I did. I did buy a convertible. I bought a Camaro SS convertible.
Self-adjusted.
Just in case I didn't want to ride anymore and push my luck. I'll hop in the 4 wheels instead of the 2.
Ain't that what
There
an
you go.
ATV is?
Huh?
Ain't that what an
No,
ATV is?
the ATV is but we were
The
off
4
road
wheels.
and we were drinking and we rolled the fucking thing and that was.
And a convertible can't do that either?
Yeah.
Well, we can do it, but I don't want to try. I hope not. I shouldn't have bought a fast car. I should have just bought. I
There
should
we
have bought
go.
the RS, not
89
the.
LeBaron.
Should have stuck with the V6.
So, what do you have more fun yourself doing? Private events, or comedy clubs?
It all depends. I'd love to do more clubs, but I do a lot of bar shows. And sometimes you never know. Like you could have more fun at a corporate event that you've been dreading for weeks. You're like, fuck that. Like, this
It all
is gonna
depends
suck.
on the audience.
Yeah,
I
you get
just-
there and the job's to make it fun, but sometimes you're pretending to have fun and sometimes you're actually having fun.
Yeah.
So when you do a corporate events, everybody's got they're trying to hold themselves to a certain standard, like they, not be so loose,
Yeah.
right?
There's a lot of that. And people, you can't laugh at a weed joke if your boss is right there.
right.
Even though they just smoked before
Just
they came
sit-
and ate dinner.
Right. Yeah, you never. Some places are cool. They like do whatever, and then there's sometimes they still send an email. But they're like,
Still sending you.
Yeah.
I see you laughing at that.
but Austin
Yeah.
Anderson, who friend of we mentioned before the show, he's a really funny dude. We had a corporate show a couple of years ago. It was for some construction group, and before the show, this dude's like, anything goes, don't worry about content or whatever. So I did this joke about how my dad's gay, but I'm glad they waited to legalize gay marriage. So my dad was comfortable enough to come out, so I didn't end up being a load on some dude's back.
That pushed the envelope.
Yeah, and this is like their Christmas party and shit, and like some people were really into it, and then but Austin, who's booked the show, he gets an email the next day that's like, hey, this guy's wife was mad. Nick said he was going to be a load on some dude's back. Austin had to like send an apology email and shit. Like,
How many
you never know.
HR emails came through? Yeah, you need to come see us. We need to talk.
That was
Right.
great. That's good.
That's wrong.
That was any time in the last 20 years. Yeah, that was probably a little rough.
Well, good thing is that didn't come out till 40. Yeah, well, I don't know.
Right. Yeah, if gay marriage would have been legalized in fucking 82, I wouldn't be here.
Damn.
Well, that's the one positive thing I guess you could say about the delaying of gay marriage is that you're here.
Yeah, they extended homophobia. Like, there's a bunch of kids around that their
Solid
their
25
dads had to
years.
pretend like they were straight for a while, knocked up some ladies that had no idea that those guys would rather be just dumping into an ass or whatever.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's good shit.
Oh, fuck.
So the first time you were on stage, was it immediately hooked or you?
Yeah, you're like, when could I do this again? And then, like I said, there wasn't a lot. Like now, if somebody wants to do, there's a bunch of shit around Omaha, Lincoln, whatever. But then you'd have to wait. You kind of like that Monday night set at Duffy's. You kind of get to the point where you're like, okay, I can't let my entire week be dictated over whether or not this set went well. So I had 2 kids when I started.
Yeah.
3 shortly after. And you can't be like, what's wrong, Dad? You're like, oh, this queef joke didn't fucking work. I go,
They got no concept of what the hell you're saying.
no.
Yeah, for sure.
No, they're younger. The kids.
They were now, like, they're, what are they, 2019, 15?
Yeah, he's up there with
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Oh,
You got started early.
Yeah,
Right.
well, we're all the same age, so shit.
mhm.
So we know you're married. Do you get a lot of ladies approaching you after the shows as a comedian?
No,
No.
not at all.
Just dudes.
No.
You're trying to set the man up. Come on now, man.
No, we joke
That
about
almost
that though,
seemed
because there's
planned.
some dudes there's sometimes you can see especially single comics if they come through the club. A lot of times it can be the headliner. A lot of times it's the feature act, and some guys like trying to still have jokes, but they're about how he kind of knows how to fuck. But I'm like, I'm the opposite. I talk about being married, how I find the clit sometimes. I'm the opposite of a dude who's trying to be like, hey, I'm making a fucking ass of myself. Nobody's coming up and be like, oh, what's that guy doing after the show? Like,
We had that Brad Williams. So Brad Williams came to town back in
yeah.
2013, 14. So my bartender, so I used to own a bar, and my bartender called into the show that you do during the week. She has this midget fetish.
Oh, yeah. He said that happens.
Well, it did happen.
Yeah,
we were.
Good.
Well, so-
Steve
so-
instigated the shit. Come on.
I did it together. I was listening to the show in the morning. I said, "Hey, you got to call in. These guys are talking about midget fetishes. They got a midget on the show right now."
So you already knew she had this. She'd mentioned it before.
She had a midget fetish forever.
Ah.
So we called in, or she called in. I was not at the bar yet. She was there getting everything ready, and she called into the show, and she met him in the green room.
Nice.
Oh, I shouldn't put her business out there. But I guess I just did.
Too
Sorry.
late. Too
But
late.
you didn't name drop. We're good.
Well, right.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Then at the end of the show, he got his front row tickets, right? So we were right up front. And then at the end of the show, he gave her a lap dance on stage. It was
Oh,
it was
yeah.
classic.
That's
It
awesome.
was a good time.
That dude's funny.
You ever not been paid?
Not completely. Sometimes people try to give you less or whatever. For the most part, everything's above board.
That's good.
But there'd be sometimes people like it happens rarely, but every once in a while somebody will try to cancel the show like just beforehand. Like, no.
I could have booked something else.
Right. They're like, I don't know about this Friday. You're like, no, that's my Friday. Like,
Yeah,
we're
it's
going to
been-
fucking be there.
Been planned for
Yeah.
6 weeks.
Yeah, that
months.
doesn't happen for you. Most people are cool.
That's
And I'm not like, I don't even know if it's not, I'm not in fucking show business. I'm going to, where I was just at the Essex, Iowa.
Yeah.
That's about as far as ways you can fucking be from like, it's not like Hollywood and promoters, none of this. It's just me sitting up, contacting these bars, fucking sending them posters. Yeah, people are cool. It's usually happy you're there, and it's good for the town.
Yeah.
Sometimes my friend Bill Blank, he's a comedian out of Des Moines. He said with like the small towns, like people kind of they'll look at it two ways. They'll either be like, "Oh, cool, you're here," or they'll be like, "If you were shit, you wouldn't be here."
Yeah. Either end of that.
Yeah, you can
pendulum.
look at it. Just depends on you can look at it either way. But
Cup half
yeah,
full,
most
cup
people
half
are cool.
empty.
Right.
Why we
Need another ice?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
we just had this baby in July of last year, so we kind of been staying home and trying to focus on that. But you had kind of come to Oakland and Tacoma out where
Yeah.
I live in that area, like literally between the two, and I had to miss your shows. So I've been waiting for you to come back out that way so I could try to catch you now the baby's a little older.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I can
yeah.
Try to coerce the neighbor into watching the kids.
Hell yeah, we'll be back. I do. Oakland, Nebraska is way cooler than Oakland, Iowa.
Yeah.
I bet.
There was one weekend a year
I
or two
bet.
ago. We did a weekend, and I'm like, oh, we'll do the Battle of the Oaklands.
I remember you guys.
Yeah,
talking
and
about
I've
that.
been back to Oakland, Nebraska. I will not go back to Oakland. Maybe, unless there's another different bar. I don't know. It was a
Right.
snowstorm.
Who's paying the bills
It's probably,
that
it's probably a bad night to judge Oakland, Iowa. But yeah, Oakland, Nebraska.
So we try to keep it fun.
Yeah.
In Oakland,
Yeah.
just don't eat the food.
Don't drink the water. Don't breathe the air.
Well, except for that meat, you get the meat sponsor.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, correct.
Well,
You do
that
have the meat
was in a baseball game.
I
That
know,
wasn't.
I'm just
Oh.
joking. I'm just joking.
My kid ended up sick from a local baseball game hamburger.
Oh, concession stand.
Yeah, it was a little undercooked, and I probably shouldn't have told but like, how often do you eat a burger that's a little pink and you're just fine?
Right.
My,
Yeah.
my life.
Little
Yeah.
pink. I like a little pink.
Jesus.
And that's not on the city as a whole. That's on the pimply faced kid that's fucking just checking out all the tits walking up to the concession stand and not paying attention to the burgers.
Yep, they're
Yeah,
done.
and no, I mean it's like a parent of one of the kids cooking the burgers, So
Yeah.
I'm like, it'll be okay. Mine was a little pink too. I just, he's 6. I'm old, so it hit him harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He ended up in children's for a couple days.
Oh,
so
shit.
It was rough. Yeah, he actually had E. coli.
So
Damn.
don't eat the.
Well,
don't eat
and the stupid thing is normally we tailgate the 6 and 7-year-olds baseball games. That makes
Of
perfect
course,
sense.
yeah.
We're fun adults.
Mm-hmm.
So we tailgate the games, and normally we cook ourselves. But it was like 2 of the other guys were working, they're on calls, so they couldn't come. So I was there by myself, and I wasn't just going to grill with a bunch of the fucking ladies, So we just ended up buying the burgers, and that's what got him sick.
Damn.
Yeah.
You should have brought the fucking grill, man.
The stupid thing was it was still in my truck.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So you didn't pull it out.
He never pulled out. Yeah. Right.
4 boys later.
You're right. I couldn't pull out of a parking spot.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Have you tried butt, mouth?
He's all about the butt stuff.
Hi, Jen.
That's what if you're not fixed and you don't want kids, you try that
Oh
shit too.
shit.
So we have kind of a button like they do at the studio. We got Rich saying
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah,
What
we
was
was
it
it?
says Matt just fat fingered me, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Right. Every time I say some foul shit, it's always at the end of the
Every
session.
time
But
you
we're
say-
still recording, and they catch me on a bit.
Nice.
No, that was in the middle of
That was in the middle of the show. You,
Oh, that one was.
listen,
Yeah.
you said it on tape. You're caught. It's over.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
caught too,
Hey,
motherfucker.
I know.
Don't even-
I got one.
Yeah, you got a couple.
I got one.
you did say it right in the middle of the
Hey, I
show.
hope you didn't record that.
Yeah, evidence is here now, brother. Yeah. Plead your case.
That's like, well. Listen, Matt said some shit earlier today. We didn't catch it on tape, but
Oh, he did.
I'm gonna need you to fix this though.
Oh,
What?
that's,
Yeah.
that's
I'm gonna
Bug
need
the
you to
rules,
catch
so
Matt.
it's 24/7
Yeah,
audio.
you do it to us. every
Rich
time.
had one too.
see, everybody's mad
Richard.
because I do the editing.
So nobody ever catches you
yeah,
saying
It's a
final
little,
cut.
it's a little
Yeah,
biased.
Yeah.
bullshit.
I get to pick and choose what makes the tapes. I'm like,
I'm
I'm the
I'm gonna
puss.
need a button over here.
Right.
Just
That's
to,
funny.
you take it in the butt.
So yeah, can you get the sound of it? So yeah, we got Rich saying that I fat fingered him, and it was real nice.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was the
The
cameras, right? That's what it was. Because Rob caught it too. It was you
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
kicked
Steve-
off the.
yeah.
Rich's
got kicked
camera
off.
came off, and I put it back on, and he said I fat fingered him, and
Yeah,
Perfect.
that stuck. We clipped that.
Nice.
yeah, definitely clip that. I don't care. Steve's was still the promo priceless,
Bro,
No,
hey, don't.
I'm not gonna repeat it.
What was the show for? Can we get the end of that? Is that what you said?
Well,
That's what you
okay,
said.
so Steve was in New York.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that.
Yeah, yo.
Hey, that was off. That was
Yeah.
our show. That was our show.
What were you doing there? Falling into a subway or some
He
shit?
might as well have been. He might as well have been.
Right.
Shit.
So, okay, so listen,
Man.
hey, listen. Okay, so I'm in New York.
Oh shit! I'm fucking sweating now.
Yeah, fucking just spraying all over me.
It
And
is
shit.
warm in here.
Yeah.
Rob,
We get some Mr. Veneer.
water everywhere.
Kind of whole arm.
Oh, that's great.
So I was in New York.
Mm,
Was there for the Crawford fight.
nice.
We me and a buddy of mine, we were tired of paying $12-16 a beer in Manhattan, in Times Square. We were staying in Times Square, so we asked this lady. I think we stopped at the Applebee's in Times Square, and it was $12-13 a beer. So I was like, where can we go get some regular price beers and whatever. She said, she gave us directions, hopped on the subway, went down to 16th Street, whatever, and then she told us to you get off the subway, I think go left. Well, we went left. She said, go to this pool hall. So we were going to the pool hall, but there was a line wrapped around the building. So I walked around up and down 16th Street trying to find a bar, and I seen this bar that had neon lights.
That giveaway.
Right? So yeah, neon lights. I'm like, fuck it. We walked. I didn't know if that was a bar, but I seen it off in the distance. We had walked the other way trying to find another bar. Couldn't find it. So I said, fuck it. You guys can do whatever you guys are gonna do. I'm going to that bar that I seen those neon lights. It's got to be a bar. I'm going to get a drink. This is like 10:30, 11. I'm ready to just get fucked up. So walk into this bar. It ends up being a bar, and I was like, oh, all right. So me and my buddy were sitting there having a few drinks, and a couple drinks in, we start looking around and we're like, what the fuck? Like the owners are coming up to us asking us, where we from, what are we doing, this and that, and apparently I missed the whole the guy had, no, I missed the guy had a unicorn with a rainbow on his shirt, right?
Yeah, I'm sure you missed it. All right. Oh, did you notice that shit? Hey,
Okay.
man, I didn't even see it.
Told you.
Yeah.
Well, really wasn't paying attention to this. I was kind of drunk already, so I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah. Blame it on the alcohol.
Did you notice that guy fucked me in the ass? I didn't even feel anything.
It's a little better.
it.
Don't tell anybody.
So I'm sitting there, and then we start seeing some shit off in my peripheral. I see some shit. I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
This guy's making out over here and this and that, and then me and my buddy looked at each other. We were like, what the fuck is going on? Like, oh, it's New York, okay. Well, I happen to be at the Stonewall Inn.
Oh, classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know too. So
That's where it all fucking started.
so that's what the guy said.
neon lights
So,
was the
so
giveaway.
as we're sitting there, he goes, you guys know where you're at? I said, I don't think we know, but I think we're starting to figure it out.
Yeah.
So then the bartender proceeds to tell us that, we're at the Stonewall Inn, the home of the 1969 gay riots and all this and that. we're like, oh shit, like I didn't realize we're sitting here in the fucking gay bar because the dance floor is like off in the distance. We're just sitting at the bar.
Jerking each other off.
So I don't get intimidated by very many people, right? I'm, it doesn't bother me too much. So we're sitting there at the bar, and these guys are still buying drinks and shit. So I was like, no, fuck it, we'll just stay here. These are fucking $3. It's $3 a beer.
Just get deeper.
These guys love us.
Right? It's $3. It's $3 a beer compared to $12 at $16. And so we're sitting there, and the owners are buying us shots and shit. We're just two fucking guys from Nebraska, right?
Yeah, some big Midwestern bears.
I've been waiting for you.
Yeah.
So anyway, this 6'4", 6'5" guy comes and sits down. And he's sitting down next to me. I was like
jerking him off.
Nope.
Yeah.
Right. Put his hand around him.
So we're sitting there, and this guy's post-op, and this is 2017, I think. Post-op and pre-op and all that shit. Like,
pre-stroke for you.
So this guy literally had just had his surgery. So I was like asking questions. I was like, because I had never met somebody that had had this surgery before.
You about
Can
to?
I see it? Can I see it?
No, I'm not interested.
Tastes all right.
First off, this guy's bigger than you, man. I'm fucking sitting here like, holy shit, the fuck is going on? I was like, so how do they do it? Do they fucking cut it like a banana? Like,
Yeah.
So we're having a conversation, just bullshitting, and then at the end of it, I was like, well, I said, I'm just curious. I said, I'm not gay. And the guy looks at me and he goes, nobody's gay until I'm sucking their dick.
Yeah.
So I had to get up. I got to get up and leave. Well, I didn't even have a tab because these fucking guys were paying for my shit all night.
They had a tab.
Yeah.
They're trying to get you loaded.
Bro,
turn him out.
I'm not intimidated by people at all. But when some 6'5" motherfucker tells me that they're not gay till I'm sucking you, they're sucking my dick, I was like, I'm leaving.
Well, if it's post-op, maybe not that gay.
He's still gay as fuck. But so then the next day I'm on this little tour or whatever, and they mentioned this. I'm on this little tour, and they mentioned
I'm on Grindr.
Swipe to the right, please.
They're talking about the Stonewall Inn is right down this street. This is the home of the 1969 gay rights. I was like, oh fuck, I just got a lesson in that shit last night.
I love that you randomly stumble into the most famous gay bar in the world.
I had no random clue.
I'm not calling coincidence.
That's awesome.
That was.
Would you go back? Fucking free drinks, man.
No, I don't think
they paid for it.
Yeah.
Well,
You was gonna pay for it.
So here, I'm gonna walk in, and the owner of the bar is still gonna be there because then I seen it after I told that story the other day to you guys. The next day it was so this June is Gay Pride. So then I see Stonewall Inn all over the fucking news that next morning. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I just got my dick sucked there.
Hey, there's some guy over here saying that.
It was
that's great.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd go back. I don't think I'd ever go back.
And it's crazy because the way we got into this story was I'm from New York.
Oh, no.
So he wants to ask me, hey, Rich, you know where Stonewall is? No, motherfucker, I'm from the Bronx, man. We gonna stop right there. I'm from the Bronx. I don't know shit about Manhattan and shit like that. Nah. Stonewall and there, I don't know what you're talking about.
So you're from New York, but you ended up how'd you end up in Omaha?
Shit, I bumped my head along the way. No. Just long story short, made a lot of bad decisions growing up in the city, big city.
Okay.
Mom's, long story short, she went to California, married a man that was in the military, got went to reserve. He was from Omaha. Caught wind of what I was getting into, and she was like, you know what? She didn't want to lose me to the streets. So she brought me here in 1995.
Man. And you've been here ever since?
And I've pretty much been here ever since. Got a family and stuff now. So I wouldn't make a change. I mean, it was a culture shock at first. But
I'm sure.
Yeah, oh man, yeah. It was a culture shock, definitely.
We've all known each other. We've all known each other since the mid to late 90s.
95 is when I met her. Pretty much 6 months after I moved here, all these motherfuckers came in my life.
Hell yeah. So, what's weird is like I didn't realize until I got here that we graduated the high school. You went to the same high school. That high school was so fucking huge.
Graduated the same class. That's what I was like.
Right.
Man, I wish I had known you. You know what I mean? We could have been having fun a long time.
Oh yeah.
Hell, we've been having fun a long time.
Yeah,
So it could have been a riot.
Hey, he made it. He did fine by himself. You needed to be off on your own.
Yeah, we probably would have brought you down.
I don't know, man. That's been,
Oh, we
my
would
high
have brought
school-
you up.
Yeah,
We
my
would have
high
brought
school
you
was
up.
weird, dude. Yeah, I tried when I quit marching band after my junior year, so I could try to touch a fucking tit. Like,
You can't do
things
that with
are
a trumpet in your mouth.
no, yeah. Those instruments are like chastity belts just outside of your body. It's fucking hard.
Better touch my trombone.
Yeah.
Dirty trombone.
It's rusty.
Oh,
It's rusty trombone.
dirty trombone, whatever. So, you obviously you're on the air with Todd and Tyler,
Yeah, yeah.
and I
Everyone,
love them guys. I don't know about everybody else, but I mean they got some good, funny shit,
yeah, man.
and I mean that has to be cool to be working with them guys.
It is cool. It's weird. And like they're such fucking pros. Like it's nuts. Like fucking Kevin Costner called into the show this morning.
Oh yeah,
He's got that movie that's coming out tomorrow,
Right.
and like they've talked to him a couple times before, but after that segment, like they're pros. Kevin Costner was fucking. It was a great interview, and then when it's over, I asked Todd, I'm like, do you prepare more for that than you do anything else? And he's like, no. Like, he's like, it's a little more with Costner because there's more work there, but he's like, he treats that the same as anybody else that they're having call into the show. They're just
Yeah.
they're
They're just
pros.
winging it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I got here about 8:30 and told him, I was like, hey, log on to Todd and Tyler. I want to hear the Costner interview.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan. I'm a Yellowstone guy, and so I'm excited to see this movie.
Yeah, me too.
I've always been
watching
a
some shit.
Costner fan.
Dances with Wolves.
Yeah,
Feel
dude,
the
it's weird when he
dream,
was
feel
saying
the
dream.
he was saying goodbye to those guys this morning. He's like, "Let's see you later." I'm like, "That's the place." I'm like, "That's fucking Ray Kinsella. That's the Field of Dreams, guys. It's fucking nuts."
Well, I like that movie that he made. What's that movie? Draft Day.
Oh,
When he's
yeah,
a
yeah.
GM and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, just to see him in that character, I was like, man, that was pretty dope. It was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I mean, that was the real life behind the scenes of what them guys go through. I mean, they're wheeling and dealing, and I mean, he played it smooth. And I was like, so I'm a big Costner fan.
Yeah, I like him a lot too. Highwayman, you guys seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That was a
I
good
wonder
one.
if Costner was in town for the cultural series. He used to always come in, I believe.
Yeah, he was here
Was
once
it-
for that. I don't think he was here for this past
Okay,
one.
I just remember
Peyton
like,
Manning and
Yeah.
Morgan Wallen
I
were
see
here.
that.
Aaron
He was
Church
here.
for a minute.
Was it Costner in Untouchables or was that somebody else?
No, Costner was in
I think
that
he was.
with
Yeah, he was-
Sean Connery.
Yeah,
and all them
but
guys. Yep.
it was Costner. Was the
Yep.
yeah. That's
What was it, like 8 or 9 years ago? I was Uber driving, and
oh shit.
I
But
picked.
is that the first Uber?
It was like right when Uber was starting, but I picked up Scarface the rapper
What?
from the College World
Yeah,
Series.
Nice.
No
and
shit.
he was like, "What are you doing? You know, how much you usually make a night?" And I was like, "I don't know, $300-400." And he was like, "Sweet." Pulled out his wallet, handed me $400, and was like, "You're off the rest of the night. Let's go party."
What?
And
Yes.
we went to the 20s and drank tequila. I called Steve. Steve came down and hung out with us.
Hell yeah.
It was cool as hell.
That guy's crazy. Let's get the driver drunk.
Let the Uber driver call it Uber.
You got it in with Uber.
Right.
It was like 3:00 in the morning. We were eating Denny's on 84th
Oh, fuck.
Street with him and his kid. It was
That's awesome.
72nd.
or
It
yes.
was Denny's.
Oh,
It was
84th,
Perkins. It was Perkins. wasn't
Perkins 72nd.
No,
Well, yeah, it's not
It
there
may-
anymore.
I don't know.
I
I
thought it
think
was Perkins.
it might have been. It was
Yeah,
one of
one of
those.
Yeah, Denny's is
shitty
definitely
restaurants right
and
by
it's
the
still
interstate.
there. That fucking place. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even eat that.
You see
You
the
paid-
commercials.
Those,
you're
those,
like,
those
ah,
pictures just came up a week ago or
did
so.
it?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
my time off or whatever.
That was a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean it was.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Well, and you know, yeah, he got in the car and he, you know, and I was listening to I think Tech Nine, and he's like, I got a song with Tech, and in my head,
Crazy.
I'm like, everybody in the Midwest has a song with Tech. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm
Like,
like,
so do I, motherfucker. Where are you going?
so I'm like, okay, you know, and I kind of probe him a little bit, and I'm like, who are you? And he told me, he's like, I'm Scarface. I'm like, no, you're not, because he had lost like 80 pounds, dude. Like he wasn't the big guy. It was he was, and I was like, nah, dude. Last time I seen a picture, you were bigger than me. This ain't no. And I'm like, so I start breaking. I'm
You
like,
tried to
"What?"
tell Scarface he wasn't
Yeah,
Scarface?
I'm like, let me see your Facebook. I mean, he's like, okay, and he pulls up his Facebook, and I'm like,
You're fucking grilling Scarface.
I'm like,
Right.
That's probably why he
You got
wanted to hang out with you.
$400 back.
I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, so I know Shade 45, a Sirius station, has a Rude Jude. He used to have a show on there, and he would call Scarface all the time. I'm like, so show me Rude Jude's number in your phone. And he pulled his phone out and showed me the number. And I'm like, oh, shit. And like right then,
You put it through the ringer.
Yeah,
like you're
right,
a fucking detective or
well,
something.
my legs start like that. Like the cops got me pulled over, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm like, oh. So I am the whole time in my head. I'm picturing the Boondocks episode where Riley's like, "Don't be a dick rider. Don't be a dick rider." Like I'm like, just I don't want to ask for an autograph
Matt
or
was
a
over there
picture or nothing.
queefing.
Bro, yeah.
He's queefing.
Oh, once the realization kicked in that it really was him, I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like, let's go have a drink. And
I think
Hell
it's
yeah.
crazy
I
you
tell
just
people-
picked him up at the College World Series.
Right.
Tell
Right.
people that story. I don't think they believe me.
No,
I don't think they believe me. They're like, yeah, you ain't fucking lying.
yeah. You're the only. I mean, I think I called you. I
You
called
hit me up. You sent me a picture.
I called Ryan. I called you, and you were the only one that showed up.
Well,
but-
of course, Scarface.
He's the only one that was awake at 2 in the
I grew up
morning.
as a
yeah, it was like
it was
1 or 2 in the morning. I had to be at work at like 6, and I'm like, I don't care. I am gonna ride this out. I'm gonna sleep 3 hours and go to work.
You still went to work?
Huh?
You still went to work the next
Yeah.
day? Man, I'd be like, fuck you. I'm
Well,
hanging out with Scarface.
Yeah,
right.
I was
See you guys on Thursday.
I was a area manager for Jimmy John's.
Oh, so
Oh,
someone
shit,
take
yeah,
a day off. Right. You know where the fucking tomatoes are? I'll see you guys later.
Don't fucking call me.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I was. Oh, but it was.
Did you get a hook up on a sandwich then?
We went to Jenny's.
No, I didn't.
Got him a hookup at the
So, hey,
Twins, though.
Scarface, you know I'm the area manager for Jimmy John's.
I got that
You want a
fucking.
veto, dude?
What's
You
that
want a
fucking? I got that Club Lulu Scarface. You want that? Oh, that's awesome.
That was an awesome night, though. It wasn't.
Oh,
It wasn't the gay bar in New York, but it was awesome.
I was there that
Yeah.
night. We were at the 20s hanging out with Scarface.
You had to forget
was
about
a good-
that night.
That was a good
Yeah,
time.
and you remember like the Bushwick, like the Ghetto Boys were having a concert. And Bushwick Bill and everybody had kind of showed up there. At
Oh,
the end.
I don't remember Bushwick being there.
Yeah, I got a
Little-
picture.
Again, I would have called the
I
old
got-
bartender and be like, hey, there's a little midget running around.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's like, little who?
Right.
No, that was awesome. I got a picture with Bushwick. And
Did you? I
Scarface,
don't
yeah.
remember him being there that night. But I was already fucked up when you called me. I was sitting down in
the basement?
the little South Omaha bar.
We went in and
Just hold it in sneezes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be right there.
Right. we
Fucking
went to
Doug.
the bar and Scarface goes, "Give me 9 shots of Patron," and the bartender goes,
Question. I remember.
"Those are $9 a shot," and he goes, "Then give me 18."
Whoa.
Yeah, like
Like, bitch, I'm Scarface.
Right.
Well, shit,
you
no.
don't know who you're talking
Well,
to.
yeah, nobody knew who it was. I mean, just for this random guy to get picked up with an Uber, right? I mean, he's running around the College World Series. Nobody knew.
What was
who
he
it
doing there? By himself?
That's the
He
weird
just
Yeah.
shit, too.
all by himself.
He wasn't even there with his kid or anything.
No,
his
but-
kid was at the hotel.
There's more to that
Scarface
story.
He's
Yeah.
originally from where?
He's from Houston.
Texas.
So were they in the World Series?
Well, they were in town for the Ghetto
They,
Boys concert.
they had a concert.
Oh.
Gotcha. Yeah. You know, yeah. And they,
And
yeah.
that makes a lot
World
more
Series
sense. I didn't know if he was just a
Oh,
fan
I'm
of
just
like
gonna go-
Eastern
yeah,
Carolina.
exactly.
We
Yeah,
finally
yeah.
made the series.
Yeah,
See you
no,
guys
it
in
was a
Omaha.
Ghetto Boys concert in like Bellevue.
And he was just supporting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and I just happened to see it, like, hey, yeah, the randomness of it, but it was awesome. It
Hell
was
yeah.
my 10
At
minutes.
least he got picked up by somebody who knew who he was. Like, it could have been.
He could have ended up at the Stonewall.
But I'm like,
Like Steve
is grabbed
Hold on, but we're in Omaha. What's that? The run, the max.
the backs, yeah. But I was like,
Oh,
no, you're not Scarface, bro. No, I'm not gonna accept that. He was. I am.
So
I
I-
promise you.
I guess this year Twister was out running around, downtown and all that shit. My kid took a picture because I don't know if my kid believes me about the Scarface thing either, but he seen Twister was out running around at all these bars this weekend, so he took a picture and sent it to me.
Yeah, he was doing an event for some 501c, some charity. I don't remember the name of it. Some of the news.
Twista was?
Twister was, yeah.
It's funny that dude's like sitting down to do serious charity work.
Right.
But so it's crazy. Is that I remember that club that was down in Carter Lake before it was Cerise. It was the same building. It was South Beach.
Yeah,
It was called
it was-
South Beach. It's called South Beach. So you used to have Twister. You used to have Paul Wall and Chameleonaire and all those guys. All those guys used to come in there all the time.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because they
He
were
said, "Why?"
They're hanging out in Carter Lake. Yeah, what the fuck?
to Carter Lake, Iowa.
this is before they were anybody's, right?
Oh, okay.
So
Were they playing shows there?
Yeah, they used to do shows there.
That's nuts.
So now, yeah.
Little Carter Lake.
I guess
Yeah, that is crazy.
A concert at a strip club could be cool.
Well, it wasn't a strip club at the time.
Oh, it was just
No,
a
it was a
mall?
fucking shithole fucking bar. Like it was, it was a new building, but it was still a shithole.
Is there anything nice in Carter Lake?
I don't think so. I mean, even the gas station is a shithole now.
Right.
Right.
That's a
Yeah.
mega saver, I believe. So
Right.
Yeah.
As it should be.
There is a little casino right there.
No,
It's just
it's-
a
You're
little-
talking about Prairie Casino.
And that's
It's
just
like
that's a
Prairie
shit
Rose
though.
or something.
Yeah.
I always win there, so I don't. Feel
I'm
like
not gonna lie, I went
Oh,
there
you
too.
step
Yeah,
foot in that
Let's
fucking
go.
place?
but you gotta put 20 and go because after that they take your fucking money.
Well, you gotta. Hey, listen, you know Carter Lake is shady as fuck. You hit the parking lot.
Oh yeah,
They got that little tobacco
Yeah.
store right next to it. You're fucked.
yeah. Oh yeah, you got the peeping toms in the cars.
Peeping times.
Yeah.
Well, that's not what I was talking about.
All I gotta do is
They
Stonewall
watching,
in,
bro. They
Huh?
watching, bro.
Yeah.
They're trying to
Would you
rob.
fall down a flight of stairs there? Is that too much? Am
I
I
think
pushing it
Steve
too
got
far
some-
with you just getting...
Steve was scarred when he went there, so he got flashbacks.
I can't believe you guys actually hung out in Carter Lake. I don't know if I've ever done this. My friend Tyler Walsh is like
I
fish
wouldn't
there
have
and
done
shit, but I've never...
He said he felt. What
That's
did he
the
catch?
extent.
yeah.
He fished. He didn't eat the fish.
what do you catch?
I'm not touching this motherfucker.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, that shit's rough down there. Trailer Park Central. I mean, that's all it is down there.
hey man, they stick together though.
They do.
That's a little tight knit community
But
right there, man.
I still hang
It's
out
a little
with people
weird,
from the
but
trailer park.
it's
Yeah.
It's Carter Lake.
I think it's not like Omaha annexes everything.
yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Carter Lake, they're like, fuck that. We don't even want it under the state. It's fine. We don't need it.
Iowa, you can claim them.
That's a very good point. They
They're
just-
already annexing the new fucking Costco that's coming in down the street. Like
we
before
got that
before
tax
the
money.
doors open, they're like, hey, this is ours. At Carter Lake, they're fucking decades, hundreds of years. They're like, fuck, they Iowa fucking have it. Who gives a shit?
Us giving-
They did.
Right.
They swallowed Elkhorn and Bennington.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They have left.
No,
Carter.
on the way to the College World Series, I was giving my kid a
Yeah,
geography lesson. I'm like, that's Carter Lake, Iowa. My kid's 13. He's perplexed. He's like,
Huh?
how's that Iowa?
Yeah.
I'm like,
And it's in Omaha.
And honestly, I
Right.
couldn't tell him like it happened like 100 years ago. I can't tell you. Well, I'm like, basically, Nebraska didn't want him.
Yeah.
It was a dead ass.
Yeah, I
That's
mean-
what happened.
The
I've
river-
never understood that.
the
Like the
river
river
shit,
just
The
yeah.
river
like,
changed.
yeah. What was there? Some shithole bar that just went across the river? Oh shit! This is still Iowa.
All that shit had to have been the river, right? I mean,
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I know I don't hang out over there. I don't hang
Are
out.
you sure
I
about
don't
that?
hang. I don't hang.
I'd go see Paul Wall there.
Fuck it.
I don't hang out over there.
I'm pretty.
Even-
I'm not worried about it.
I'm not worried about it either.
All I got to do is make it to the truck.
All you gotta do is make a phone call.
What are you guys talking about?
I carry a firearm when I'm
Oh,
out everywhere.
Right now?
I have been. Yeah. I
You
have,
dude stabbing and drinking, fucking pew pew pew.
no. When I'm out in Omaha, I definitely.
Oh, it's pretty rough out there.
I don't.
Hey, Omaha has
I've been
gotten
shot at-
shady though.
I've been
I
shot
mean,
at-
it could happen anywhere.
No,
Yeah.
I've been shot at-
Yeah.
Omaha's not any shadier than it was in the '90s when we was running around here.
Just
Well, I'm
all
still
online.
running around here. You know, South Omaha is still South Omaha. That's not get it twisted. West Omaha is still. It has its elements.
Yeah.
It has its elements.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
How
the-
PC was that?
What can we call it? The 108th Street corridor. Is that what it is? The 108th
So is
Street
it-
and L corridor.
So with your gun, is it once you go into Carter Lake, is it illegal for you to?
No,
have,
I have a concealed carry. and
Okay.
everything. I.
Where do you keep it?
Well, I mean, I have a safe in my
What's the
truck.
serial
no, like
number?
on you. Do you have like a
I
holster
have a
or
safe
something?
in my truck and everything.
Oh,
but,
right on.
but normally, yeah, I do have a holster.
That's what I want to do. I want a driving gun. I don't have a gun at home. I just want one for the
You
car.
want to do drive-bys?
I just want to let people know.
Road rage
I
is
just
getting
want one that
serious.
when some shit happens, I just want to go, oh, really, motherfucker? Like, just for the car.
Oh shit!
I drive a Ford Focus. I don't think anybody would be real scared.
That's why he wants one.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's why he's gonna need one.
Right.
This shit became a Bronco, motherfucker.
I would rather use my vehicle as a weapon than the firearm.
Oh yeah,
but
you
it's-
put that. What they call that? The fuck cattle buster. What is it?
That is my
Cattle
that is my
buster?
The
absolute
big
last
grill?
resort.
The
That
big
is
grill. Yeah.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
that? What do you call it?
a bumper.
No, it's not. That's not a fucking.
Yeah, they're
I got
great.
the
I know what you're
messages. He was like,
talking about.
"Oh
Yeah,
man,
right.
this shit is titanium. It transforms it." Like, God, calm down. Look how big this bitch is. I'm like, Jesus.
I
Christ.
mounted Optimus Prime to the front of my truck.
There we go.
That's some
No,
redneck
but
ass
you know,
shit.
I live out there, dude. You know how many deer I have to dodge all the time?
So
It's-
you hit a deer?
I have hit a deer.
Have you?
With that bumper?
Not with the bumper yet.
That's what got me.
Wait for that
But that's what
motherfucker.
upgraded the bumper,
Right.
so I didn't have to repair the front end so often.
I think the deer know and they're scared of the bumper.
Right.
Put the deer
it's
whistles on
bad.
on the mirrors and shit.
I don't have no deer whistles. No, I just don't want to have to replace any more grills or hoods or fenders. So
Paul Wall.
So I
Everybody's got grills.
Right.
so yeah, so no, I put an expensive bumper on it, try to protect it.
Hey, so real quick, so Nate,
Nick, you said Nick. Is
No, I
You
said
said
Nick.
oh
That's it, Nate.
Nick?
It's Nick.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Oh,
You
Nick.
fucking
Yeah, Nick.
correct.
My bad. Yeah, fucking Puerto Ricans. So what is your schedule like now? I mean, is it like booked? Like you doing something
No.
3-4 days out the week?
That was a
I'm
very
behind. I've got a
confident
bunch of open holes on the calendar. If anybody wants me to fucking show up anywhere, I'll throw some jokes. But usually I try to do an average week is usually like Monday through Friday on Todd and Tyler, and then I'll do.
Okay.
But most weeks shows Friday, Saturdays. This week, so I just have a show Friday this week since holidays, weekends, and I'm kind of fucking honestly, I'm kind of fucking burnt out and. Like it's
Some
a Saturday off leading up to this.
Well,
It's
no, 'cause
nice.
I know comedy is a grind. I mean, that's a grind. So you know what I'm saying? I just just to get some more intel on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you see what the the guys they say on YouTube or whatever it is or what they say in the shows, but just have somebody here to get their input on it. It can be a grind. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to know, what I'm saying, how it is and because obviously you have fun.
Oh yeah, I love
You know what I'm
it.
saying? You
I
having
did.
fun.
Yeah.
And that's a gift to make people laugh, you know what I'm saying? To just because we all need some comedy. So, you know what I'm saying? Just to have your schedule, I just want to know, you know what I'm saying? Is it book schedule? Is it kind of tempered to where you like it?
Yeah, a little bit. It's always I'd sleep better if it was booked a little further out and shit. But
Gotcha.
yeah. Most days I'll do the radio show. I'll get up at 10, eat something, take a nap. Ideally, work on the calendar. Today I'll probably take a nap and go try to find a pool because it's fucking hot out. But I don't.
just sitting here.
Just
I
make
don't-
sure it's not called a Stonewall.
Right. Yeah.
I swear to God, I saw the neon lights and it just looked refreshing.
Right.
Do you want to shout out all your socials and ways for them to get a hold of you if they
Oh,
are
sure,
trying
yeah,
to book you?
At Nick's Allens. There's a bunch of Nick Allens. So I had to
I
have an
know-
ask to everything.
I know.
So
when-
at Nick's Allens, yeah, Nick Allen on Facebook. We can fucking email. I'm about to get my phone number. I'm desperate for fun. Not, I wouldn't say desperate, but there's some looming holes on the calendar. And I've been doing shows at like crazy. I wouldn't say crazy places, but like off the wall places. Like if anybody had like, we were just Tyler Walsh and I were just outside a barn that my wife's cousin has, like in between Utan and Valley. They got some lights up. People bring their own booze.
You
bring
talking about
chairs
Bucks?
set up.
No.
Yeah, I like Bucks, but
Bucks is a good one.
yeah, hit me up. Yeah. NickAllen82@gmail.com. Fucking hit me up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, we'll go. I've got a little Bose PA speaker that's on a backpack and shit. I've got a mic stand.
I love that.
Go
It's
wherever,
just-
man.
See, I have a problem with large crowds of people, so I think a field party would be fun. You know what I mean? Just have Nick in the field with a fucking speaker and a huge bottle of whiskey.
Matt
and-
doing
Yeah,
security.
man, it was a blast.
Yeah.
We had,
I'd rather-
Yeah, Matt doing security. Don't worry, Nick, I got you.
So we just have it out at my house. Just have a big party on the property.
On the
Oh,
yellow
totally.
bus.
Yeah.
But that, like, it's probably not the best. Like, we were just. This is where we were.
Dude,
What, last
dope.
Friday night?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's dope.
You
I
are-
mean,
it was
shit.
fucking. It's fun, man, and it's totally laid back. And,
that looks like it would be a good time.
yeah, it's definitely good time.
That's
Like I
some
said, that's
farm
the
shit.
job,
You
man.
like
By the
that
time
shit.
the shit, you can't
Oh,
be
yeah.
like, oh, guess like didn't work this time. No, you gotta find a way to make it fun. And that, like, I like doing that kind of shit because it's different. It's what's not the same.
It's off the beaten path.
Yeah.
All right on.
And sometimes those are the best places. I mean, you get some good laughs, good content out there. Hell yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, I think we should put together a party sometime at the house. A little cooler though, like
Oh, stop it.
I'm fat, man. That hot
Oh,
outside.
fuck.
I got boobs. Like let's not
Easy,
let's keep
come
the
on now.
sweat- Let's keep the sweat.
You're going to get
down.
Steve excited.
Yeah.
Good thing he's across the table.
Oh, you lucky fuck.
Right on. Well, I am gonna. We have already burned up an hour. We're at an hour 4 already. So the steak's probably getting close to done, and
Right.
it's about time. So yeah, I'm gonna thank Oakland Meat Processing again.
Thanks a lot, Jake.
for sponsoring it, and we're gonna say thanks, Nick, for
Definitely.
coming out.
Thank
Dude.
you for
Yeah,
your
thanks for
time,
having me. You guys
Yeah.
are fucking around. I love it.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, dude, you're anytime you ain't got nothing going on and just want to come hang out, you're welcome.
Hell yeah.
Yes, we'll keep the seat. The seat is warm for you. I mean, you got
It's
the
warmer.
Yeah.
It'll be as warm as it is today.
Yeah, and
We'll stop this before we're all completely drenched.
We'll have air conditioning next time.
Yeah.
that sucks. The one
It's a
time,
little fancy.
hey, look, let's have Nick over for a show. And the
You got to
AC's
sweat your
broke
balls
and
off,
shit.
Nick.
Yeah. We're gonna save you the trip to yoga.
Oh shit.
But yeah, well, fuck. You guys have a fucking
Yep,
great
yep.
week, and we'll
Definitely.
see you next Wednesday. We'll see. I'm having a little problem with my outro music, so
You're fat fingering it.
Right?
I am. Well, better than that finger in you, buddy.
Ew, you're fucking disgusting.
Yes, sir.
See what you started,
You're
Steve?
disgusting.
I didn't
You started it, brother.
I think.
Well, yeah, have a good one.
All right.